We're live once again, back in checking this bullshit. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. All I know it is Thursday, and I'm doing my weekly standardized family entertainment podcast. Holy shit, there is a lot of white in that area. Oh damn. Gonna need to get some like red dye or some shit like that to make sure some like fuck. Yeah, and I'm 40 now. I have absolutely no fucking clue how the hell I made it this far. Skill, talent, the unwavering ability that God and the devil do not fucking want, man. I've got way too much shit going on here to even be considering not being around for it. So, yes, we're back, and we have Mountain Dew, which I was reading a thing on sleep deprivation today. Don't ask me where this came from. There was a pamphlet on sleep deprivation, so I read it. I realized while they were doing this thing, they didn't realize that things are grammatically correct. Like it says don't, and then it's like smoke before bed. So it's don't smoke before bed. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do enjoyable activities before bed, like fucking. Do not fuck before bed. But then it says that the bed is only used for fucking and sleep. So, I mean, what do you want me to do? Either I'm fucking in the bed and I'm going to bed, or I'm not fucking in the bed and I'm fucking where, like, apparently the roof of the house is not where you're supposed to fuck. Who would have known? Who would have thought? Who would have thunked it? But apparently these people with their non-grammatically correct pamphlet, like, does somebody not read this stuff and, like, point out, like, hey, you should probably proofread this, like, things not to do before bed, and then give a list. Like, it makes more sense as don'ts. But it does cause hallucinations. So do drugs and alcohol. But you're also not supposed to drink before you go to bed. Well, my whole 20s were now shot because I was doing it all wrong. Because I used to go out and party and get fucking drunk and then go pass out. Apparently, I was doing it all wrong. Who would have fucking known? Jackasses in their educational pamphlets. Just because you have an education does not mean you're the smartest person in the room. 95% of the time. And yes, those were mathematically calculated in my head, spur of the moment. 95% of the time, you're probably not the smartest one in the room. Well, depending on what room you're in, you might be one of the smartest people in the room. So it depends on the situation and what you're talking about. If you're in a room talking about astrophysics, and you have no idea about anything in astrophysics, you're that 5%, you're the dumbest motherfucker in the room. Maybe. You might actually know what the fuck you're talking about. But Einstein was usually the smartest person in the room, but everybody thought he was dumb. So figure that one out. I have absolutely no clue where the fuck I'm going with this. But sometimes an education does not mean you are extremely smart. Some of these people need to look that there's this cool thing called common sense that now and more so than ever, the common sense is not becoming very common. It is more kind of like, well, since I have an education, I know what I'm talking about. Well, since you have an education and you have no idea how this machine works, you're stupid. Shut up and go sit down. Go away. Be gone. We have those people all over the place. Well, I'm the guy who's training you. It's a fucking fry vat. You put the French fries in, you dunk it in the little cooking oil, and you hit the button for fries. When it goes dee 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 dee, you take the thing out, you hit the button, you shake it, something, depending on which way you're shaking it, and then you throw it in the bucket and then throw salt on it. I mean, not overly complicated. Granted, I've done that a few times in my life, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's when they try to act like you have no clue how any of this stuff works. Like, oh, I'm sorry, this is above my grade of comprehension. Sorry, I have lived and have worked at these places before, but I have absolutely no idea how this possibly fucking works. And yes, we're now getting more people on here. People are tuning in. And yes, usually I speak a whole lot of throughout the thing, but we're going to bring this to the attention right now, right off the gate. King ISO is going to be in Grand Island, Nebraska. Yes, you heard me right. King ISO from Strange Music is going to be in Grand Island, Nebraska. Granted, he's a Nebraska boy, anyways, from what I've heard. So him being in Grand Island is a really cool thing. Nice enough entertainment, and Upset Beats have been putting together some stuff. I was talking to Upset here a little bit ago, and they're working on bringing in some more big names. I also saw the Drowning Pool is coming to Nebraska, to Grand Island, which, I mean, it's cool. It's Drowning Pool, but is it really Drowning Pool when you have no clue who the fuck the vocalist is? Because it was David Williams, rest in peace, which I missed out on the opportunity to seeing them because I had to go to my cousin's fucking graduation. And she did not go to my graduation the following year. So I might hold a little bit of resentment because I missed seeing Drowning Pool before they got big. And then he passed away. They got some other dude. They kicked him out of the band. They got the guy from Soil. Those guys parted ways. They got some other guy. And then the guy from Soil came back. And now it's some other dude. I don't even know. I mean, it would have been cool to see Drowning Pool like 20 years ago, 22 years ago. Would have been amazing. But since that isn't going to happen, then because I mean that would have been a hell of a show. But I mean, you still got Grant. Pardon the brain fartage. We don't know what we're talking about. Let me get all of me's figured out and put back together on what conversation we're going with. The fact that you're getting Drowning Pool, and I think it's Saving Abel is with them in Grand Island, Nebraska. Sometimes you realize that the career might be done. Other times you can see that they're picking up because, I mean, it is what it is. I've seen a lot of really badass bands in small venues, and it's one of the coolest things. I saw In This Moment before they got really big. Yeah, this was like right before they decided they like blew up, and I got pictures with them. I got autographs. They ended up coming back through. The band I was in, Swept Aside, was on the bill with them. And the members of In This Moment remembered me and recognized me. They went, "Hey, you're the dude with the Burger King crown, right?" So I was known as the guy with the Burger King crown. I thought that was really cool, especially after they went on tour with like Ozzy and Rob Zombie and all that. So those type of things are cool. So still seeing like bands. I mean, Lincoln and Omaha are massive. Kansas City, Wichita are massive. Kearney's still like bringing in some pretty good names, but I mean, like, there's just those towns in every area. Like, you're not gonna get, what up, Miller? Like, like Podunkville, Kansas. Like Dodge City is not. Well, no, Dodge City is starting to pick up too. Okay, Hayes, Kansas, because I haven't heard shit from Hayes in a while. Hayes, Kansas is not going to get the same name bands as like say Kansas City, Wichita, Omaha, Lincoln, Denver. I mean, it's just it is what it is. So the fact that you still see these bands in some of these venues, and we got Sarah Maple. So In This Moment, yeah, I saw that, and that was probably around the same time I saw them. It was really fucking cool. I've also seen Napalm Death in Salina, Kansas, Devil Driver, 36 Crazy Fist, Wall of Jericho, Suicide Silence before they blew up, Witch Cradle. I actually got all the band's autographs because I'd watch them go on stage, and when like I ripped off the time thing, like the flyer that had times, and went through and grabbed all the band signatures. And they're like, "Where'd you get this?" Like, "Hey, over there." And they're like, "That's fucking hilarious. You're gonna steal this. You're gonna wait till we come off. You're gonna get all our autographs, and then you're gonna." They're like, "But you were hanging out with us. Didn't you know that we're in the band?" I was like, "No, that's what made it cool." And the child is awake. "Hi, child. Are you awake?" Yeah. She's like a little kitten when she wakes up. So quiet. But then she'll probably stab me in my sleep. "We're gonna make spaghetti later." Oh damn, she ain't even awake yet. That ain't even perk her up. Like usually she gets excited when I say we're making spaghetti. She might have fallen in the pantry. I don't know. And she's probably getting a cookie or something. Because, I mean, 13-year-olds are really notorious on healthy eating habits. And me being the age I am, I'm really concerned about healthy eating habits and, like, cookies. You gotta like cookies. Everybody loves eating cookies, unless you don't like cookies. But the ones that you gotta worry about, if they don't like cookies, are the ones who don't like Girl Scout cookies. Because if they don't like Girl Scout cookies, I can't fucking trust a person who doesn't like Girl Scout cookies. And she's walking around with her sleeping Squirtle. Proud parent right there. She's a Pokemon fanatic. She went out and bought this like Squirtle that's like this damn tall. So she's running around with Squirtle right now. So, but it's sleeping Squirtle, not waking Squirtle or Squirty Squirtle or I don't know what the hell I'm going with on this one. But I can't say too much. Because my nerdy ass has a fucking Cubone right here next to my, well, I mean, over here we got Harry Potter and Dobby and I mean, it should be self-explanatory that I'm a fucking nerd. So me having a Cubone is pretty self-explanatory. But he is my favorite. Him and Mach Chow, because I would go fuck shit up with that. My character that I always picked was a Charmander because I don't know what the other ones do. And Charmanders fuck shit up and they burn shit. And like water's like, ooh, you're wet. Ooh. And the other one's like, here's some green, but don't smoke it. I don't understand it. I never under. Blah, blah, blah. The brain is going 1.5 million miles per hour. But yeah, I've already talked about the King ISO show, which is going to be in Grand Island. Drowning Pool is going to be in Grand Island. I told my homie Upset. I don't even know where the damn flyer. Oh, there it is. I have flyers. Jigglypoof is cool. Here is the flyer. On Cinco de Mayo, because I am part Guatemalan. I have a friend who is Guatemalan, and she adopted me as her Guatemalan brother, and she is my Guatemalan sister. I haven't seen or talked to her in years, so I hope she's doing well, but she's my Guatemalan sister. So on Cinco de Mayo, because I have the credentials, my redheaded leprechaun cracker-looking ass is going to the Cinco de Mayo celebration at the 4th Street Banquet at 108 East 4th Street in Grand Island, Nebraska. Mr. Capone is going to be there, which I recognized him from a, what's up, Alistair? So we got Mr. Capone, Upset, Thumper, Diz, Zampri, sorry I butchered that fucking name. Audie, Hell's Flames, Young Lex. Young Lex is cool as hell. I ended up talking to him at the 420 show. Cypher, King J, Big Mike, and Audie. So, let's see. What time is the show? Oh, doors at 6, show at 7. So I am supposed to be there like 3 hours early because I'm getting the all access, do whatever the fuck I want pass. So, taking photos, interviews, videos, doing my thing at the rap show. You cover one rap show, now all of a sudden the rappers love you, which I think is cool. I got asked to do another show in June with Jay Serrain, which he's a cool dude. Completely does not look like a rapper whatsoever. Like fanny pack, shirt tucked in, man bun on top. Really good skills. I got some videos from him on my whatchamacallit. Yeah, all that other stuff. But really cool dude, and invited me out to the other side in Kearney to cover his show. And he's like, man, we could get like some interviews and do all this. And I was like, let me know when, let me know what time. I will make it work because you asked me. So there's only a couple weekends coming up that I'm going to be taking off. I pretty much took all of this week off. I haven't done anything, video, photo. I started posting photos today. But I pretty much took some time off because I was just getting way too overwhelmed with everything. So I basically like social media silence, just kind of recouped and did the things that I need to. And now I'm back, bitches. Never really went away. I just kind of had to take a moment and recollect myself. Which, on my birthday, I went out and found a fucking kid's four-wheeler in a river, climbed on a door, which fuck that bitch Rose from Titanic, because I stood on a door on the Midwest farmer fence so it'll stop all the debris going down the stream. There was a door there and some debris. I stood on the fucking fence, did not go in the water, so fuck Rose. She could have let Jack live, but no. Her dumb ass wanted the whole fucking thing so she could stay dry. So fuck Rose, because I stood on the door and I didn't drown and my shoes didn't even get wet. But I did get the kid's four-wheeler out of the river, and it is now sitting in my driveway trying to it was full of water, so I had to like let all the water escape out of it. So, but I should go back and try to get that door. I could, but knowing my luck, I'd pull the thing out and the whole backside would be completely dry rotted away. It's a nice fucking door, too. There's also a cooler in there that I didn't get. And there was something dead. And the reason I know it was dead was when I got close enough to it, all the flies moved. So it was recently dead. And it smelled like fucking death down there. So might have to wait a little bit. I'm not a big fan of dragging dead shit out of the river. I mean, if there's bones there, I can get the bones, but I am not dragging dead shit out of the fucking river into my minivan and stinking up my whole fucking minivan like rotting death. No, thank you. I'll pass. But yeah, there's looking at being some big buildups in the Grand Island area for some upcoming shows. And there's my segue. Speaking of fucking shows. Who the hell just... Huh. I just got a friend request. Now I'm going to have to look at that later, because we're right now shooting live fucking videos with 16 minutes in. So, on May 4th, we have Amistad AE, Tetrafuse, Carving Canyons, and Absolute Sway at Barleycorns. It is a costume contest for free merch. Doors are at 7 and tickets are $10. There will be a raffle for Star Wars themed art. Imagine that. May 4th, and it's Star Wars related. I want a May 4th show that's Star Trek related, just to fuck with people. I would do it, but I'm too fucking busy to put on a May 4th show and have it all Star Trek related. That would piss off all kinds of nerds to no end. Also, Blue Mountain Hotel presents the Old Musty Bastards, which those guys are an amazing Christian rock band with their history of professional wrestling, glory holes, closing out numerous bars, and being good Christian people. Which they are going to be at the Blue Mountain Hotel in Manhattan, Kansas, with BRX. I have seen BRX. That dude is pretty fucking cool. He does an acoustic set. I think it's, yeah. Hang on, gotta go back through the file folder 1 second. Yes, he does an acoustic set. Really cool stuff. I got a couple of videos from him. Notice all these bands I've got like videos from, and there's a few that I haven't, but I haven't been able to see them yet. Chaos Driven is going to be at they're a live classic rock band, and they are going to be May 4th at Higbee, Missouri. Yes, you're telling her Kansas because it's Missouri, not Missouri. Misery Loves Company. Yes, I can talk shit on Missouri because, well, especially Nevada, Missouri. We're going to go into story time. Nevada, Missouri fucking sucks. 2 times my family has gone through Nevada, Missouri. The first time was in the 70s with my grandpa, and they blew the engine in the truck, and they had to like tow it and do all that fun shit. Numerous years later, we're driving through, and we blow the engine to my Chevy Blazer. Keep in mind, I was in high school, so the Chevy Blazer fit with what I was doing quite well. A hippie driving a Blazer? Go figure. Who knew? Blew the engine there again. I refuse to go to Nevada, Missouri ever again in my life. cigarettes were cheap back then, and they didn't have taxes on them because I was buying them in Kansas. So I bought them there, stuck them in my book bag, and then went home and I could smoke them. But yeah, if that says anything, story time from Redbeard the Hippie with all his random travels. So fuck Nevada, Missouri. If you're from Nevada, Missouri, I have nothing against you. It's just the city limits of Nevada, Missouri has not bolded well for family vehicles. So maybe if I ever go there, I'm going to park outside of the county line. Well, I would, but knowing my luck, they'd probably fucking tow my vehicle. So my vehicles will not be, I'll stop at a friend's house, have them drive my ass in there into Nevada, Missouri, and then we'll be all good. So, who knows? We'll figure it out. That's a long ass fucking drive from Nebraska. Or Nebraska, which, if you've been paying attention to the weather, there was a tornado last Friday in Lincoln, Nebraska. This dumbass was driving there to go catch a show because it was a death metal fest and I wanted to go check it out. So I'm driving to Lincoln from Grand Island and I'm driving along and I'm just watching the clouds because you can see their shit coming. I just couldn't tell what it was yet. There was no twisty rotating. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we got rain. Okay, I turn on the windshield wipers. And now suddenly I can't find the fucking road. This is one of the only times in my entire life I have pulled over because I didn't feel like driving it and I didn't think it was safe. So I pull over in like Alda, Nebraska, off the interstate, and I'm talking to the kids and they're still good with me going to the show. What up, Juicy? And on the way there, I'm almost to York. I get a message from my daughter who tells me we're in a tornado watch. Yes, child, I know that. Do you still want me to go to the show or do you want me to come home? She goes, well, I thought this show was, she sends me another message. I thought this was an important show for you. Kid, there is no show that is more important than you feeling safe and you feeling okay. Would you like me to come home? She goes, yes. So I hit York. I stopped, went to the bathroom, stretched my legs for a moment, and then drove from York all the way back home, which is about an hour. So I got the halfway point. But that also massively impressed her that there's times where you can sit there and say that your kids and certain things are the most important thing in your life. But there's also the thing of turning around and proving to them that they're the most important thing in your life. I did tell them next Saturday, I'm going to fucking Lincoln because Flaw is playing. And unfortunately, the Cosmic Eye Brewery at the end of the month is going to be closing down. So I'm going to go see Flaw at the Cosmic Eye Brewery. I wish I could have seen more shows there, but it's a little challenging at times to get out to Lincoln. So I'm going to go see Flaw and Molten and Gravestone, Gravel, and Mooten, something. It's close. It starts with an M. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it, but they're a Lincoln-based band, so I'm going to be going to catch that show. I'm looking forward to it. And let's see. So, yeah, I've been trying to see that band. Like, I have been listening to Flaw since I was like, I remember buying their CD in like the $5 rack at Target, which I should have bought it at the record store, but it was $5 and I was at Target and I had like 6, so I bought it and instantly loved what they were doing, enjoyed it. I think I bought like 2 or 3 since then because something about the way that I keep CDs and they don't stay non-scratched. So it got scratched, had to buy another one. It got scratched, had to buy another one. But I've been trying for like 15 years to see them. Like they'd be in the area and I didn't have money, or they'd be in the area and then they break up, or their vehicle would break down, or just a numerous slew of things. So being able to finally get to see them, apparently 2024 is the year of catching all the bands that I haven't seen and have been wanting to. Like, I haven't seen Pantera since 2008. Never got the chance to see Pantera, and all you old fuckers were like, oh yeah, I saw them back in like 93. Kiss my ass, you old bastard. You suck, because I wish I could have seen them back then. But I was like 8. I don't think my parents are going to let me go to a concert at 8. So being able to see like them, getting able to check Pantera off the list of bands that I've seen, knowing that it was Pantera, but not Pantera, still, I got the opportunity to see them. Let's see. I'm getting ready to check Flaw off that list. Head PE is going to be in Lincoln with Nebraska Holics and Dollar Ride. So I'm going to try to go to that one so I can check Head PE off the list. Hopefully that one all works out. But I definitely think it'd be cool. And 2024 has definitely been able to be the year of catching all the bands I haven't been able to see. And I know there's like 2 weekends in a row that I'm going to be taking off where I've got some family things that are planned. Like this weekend, my family's all coming up. My grandma's coming up. Yeah, she's 93. And kids are coming down and having a birthday party, which, if you've met me or know anything about me, I'm kind of a defiant pain in the ass. Ask anybody I work with, I'm a pain in the ass. Well, apparently I am back to being 4 fucking years old because my parents are like group chat. They've got everybody involved in it. They're messaging back and forth about, what we're going to have for the meal. And I'm like, I don't want this. I want this. They're like, okay, that's nice. We're having this. And then they're like, well, what do you think for like a cake or something like that? I was like, I want an ice cream cake. Cool. We're making cupcakes. Really? What am I, like fucking 2 again? I don't get a decision at my own birthday party, which is perfectly fine because I went out and bought a fucking Eileen's cookie cake, which there will be pictures on my Facebook page because I'm not saying what's going to be on it. It's nothing inappropriate. I was born in 84. Ghostbusters are 84. That's what I'm going to say to that. There's a joke on the thing. It's nothing inappropriate because my grandma's going to be there and I have to fight my fucking kid because she wants to write penis butthole on my cake. And I keep telling her, you can't write penis butthole. My grandma's going to be here and my parents are going to try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me for raising you guys this way. So we're not writing penis butthole on the cake. We write it on my daughter's car in the frost on her 21st birthday, but that's a different story, and she knows that I'm completely out of my fucking mind. So I can write things like penis butthole on her car and not have her get too upset. And if she does, well, tough shit. Let's see. We also have, not 100% sure where this is, but the show flyer will be posted. We have Stony Wars with Stony Doom, Gurney, Godzillionaire, The Merkins, Tree Kitty, Delucious Friction, Blood Dabbers, and DJ Papa Dom. So I've seen Tree Kitty. I know the guys in the Merkins, and Stony Doom's been huge on my channel on posting things, and I'm gonna see them at FeckFest hopefully sooner. But if not, FeckFest for sure is when I'm going to catch them. I know they've been bouncing up and around, and Hugo posted the same thing, so he doesn't quite count. Huh. See, we don't have an overly large amount this week, but it still will give me time to. We have in a couple weeks. Oh shit! Damn it. See, the D-Fibs, River City Reject, the Bricks, Hairline Fracture, Three Finger Betty, and Blowing Chunks will be at. The hell is one at? The B-Bar. I'm not 100% sure where the B-Bar is, but it's in Omaha. Omaha is going to have Punk Show, and those guys, I've seen some of the bands that they're in, crazy ass energy. So Punk Show is definitely a punk show, and some of those guys are old bastards now, and they're still fucking punk as hell. Barleycorns, Friday, May 3rd, Black Cat J with the Embezzlement and Ryan Brooks will be at the Barleycorn. Black Cat J is fucking cool as hell. That guy's he's like a one-man band. If he's the one I'm thinking of. One-man band rocking rocking crazy stuff. So we're still rocking some show flyers. We've been doing this 30 minutes now. And I know I can't exert too much energy because I still have to make food for the child. One child is at work and one child is hungry. So I'm going to have to make spaghetti, which is going to take me at least a fucking hour. It always does. It never ceases to fail. And then I've got leftovers for a day. My daughter's going to end up demolishing the entire thing of spaghetti and everything in like maybe 3 days. It might last till the weekend. I highly doubt it will because she is a fucking spaghetti machine monster eating bottomless pit. Which is good that she's eating. Sucks that I always have to make all the food. The other night she wanted pizza. So she got the pizza out, got it all ready, and went, you put it in the oven. It's hot in there. I don't want to burn myself. I'm mowing the grass. You're going to have all kinds of goofy lines. You're like, these are red beard. That's why I can't mow the line straight. Sorry, honey, I did the line. Don't worry. As long as you're not close to DJ and where his people are, where they have the 2.5-inch rule about how tall your grass is, you can have that one line in there that you fuck up. Plus, it's also not raining right now. In the next like week or so, it's supposed to massive storms again. So you might as well cut the grass while you can so you don't get the city on there up your ass about why your grass is over 2 inches tall. I know that yeah, that's about 2 inches. So I don't know. It's always funny how they complain. Your grass is too tall. Well, fuck you. Go mow the thing. It's 108 degrees outside and hasn't rained in a month and a half. Oh, so you know about the people throwing a fit about the grass and it being too tall and you got to mow it like 1,200 fucking times a day and all that shit. So, yeah, I've never understood. You got to mow the grass. You got to make it look nice. Fuck you. It's hot outside. I don't want to mow the grass. It's not your neighborhood. You don't live in a nice neighborhood. You live in the. So I'm not even gonna go there. I've had to mow around a few vehicles in the backyard that was stashed in the privacy fence. So the city didn't see that we had a fucked up vehicle. So pushed it into my dad's backyard, closed the fence, and then had to push the vehicle back against the fence so they couldn't open it. We're a bunch of assholes. You live in the hood. Yeah, I figured that I needed to do. I had to cut part of this tree in my front yard down, which I found out. If you look right by my cuticle, right up here, I decided while using the hatchet that I wanted to try to lop part of my finger off. I highly recommend not doing that. It is not a good idea. I give it a 0 out of 5 stars. Really fucking stupid. Hurt, and then I was bleeding all over the place. Wrapped it in my shirt and was still trying to mow. So, because it was going to rain the rest of the week, and my luck, I would not mow the thing. The city would be like, you have till Friday to mow it, and it would downpour the next 3 fucking days. Which is always my luck. So I'd be out there with my fucking lawnmower in a downpour trying to mow the thing. Be like being a kid all over again. You can't see you cry when it's raining. Be like the floods of '93. And there's literally like 4 fucking days that it wasn't raining that summer. This is the shittiest summer ever. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't go outside. Had to get a fucking Y membership or whatever. And your parents couldn't kick you out of the house because it's like, where are you going to go? The garage? They got the car parked in there because there might be some hail and they don't want to damage the 1984 Chrysler LeBaron or some shit. Better not talk shit. My parents might actually tune in one of these times and hear me. Well, I doubt that because no, I'm way too fucking weird and out there, and they support what I do. They just have no clue 90% of what I do. They just see the pictures and the videos and they're like, good job. How'd the live podcast go? It went good. Did you tune in? No, we don't know what you're going to, we haven't figured out what you're going to say the last 40 years. We ain't going to try to start figuring you out now. So I can't blame them for not wanting to tune in. But at the same point in time, it is quite interesting being a man of very weird styles. Not to be confused with Harry Styles of that dumbass band that he's in, that one direction or no direction or downward direction, or I think it was Diddy found him, it was up your ass direction. There's also a show at the Bottleneck in Lawrence, which there is no fucking way I'm going to be able to figure these out. Literally looks like they're that style of band that has like scribbly lines, and there's Gag. One of the bands is called Gag. That show is Friday, May 3rd, and it's got sold out. So shout out to all of them, to Chevy Easter, because he was the one who shared the flyer and said it was sold out. So that is fucking awesome. Sold out shows are always a good time, unless you're trying to go and they don't have tickets and you want to go see it because your dumbass didn't buy tickets. Then it's bullshit. But congratulations for a sold out show. That's awesome. Release the Beast at Maloney's Live. It's May 3rd. There is Thuggy Yuck, Raw 402, Mr. Bomb, Jay Lively, Apex the Official, Mac Knight, Bus Boys, and Rogue Nation. Surreal the MC, DJ Surreal the MC will be spinning that one. My guess is that is probably a rap hip-hop show, just by the names. But I now also want to check them out. Let's see. We have Maloney's again on Saturday the 4th. We have Skyrocker, Chattis, Darth Runch, and Text D3. It's a grunge pop. Omaha pop rock alternative grunge cover band. Dress the theme, have fun with it. You don't want me to dress the theme. I don't know what the theme is, so I'm dressing however I want. I could show up wearing fucking strap on for all you know, and you want to be like, dress the theme? I didn't know what the theme was, so fuck it. This is what I'm dressing as. This is what I'm wearing. We also have makeup, mimosas, and matriarchs brunch at Maloney's in Council Bluff on Sunday, May 5th. So that's looking like an interesting time there. Obviously, I talked about the Mr. Capone show in Grand Island, featuring a bunch of the local artists. And there's Mr. Capone, and the Crush Ultra Lounge has Hector Archondo and Chun. My apologies. I'm horrible with fucking names. Half the time, I can't pronounce them, so I do the best that I can. Also, I'm interested to see what Junk Stock Spring Edition is. Should probably read this some. Humdy-dumdy-dum. Some flowers. Oh, hey. Hector and Chondo. And then Saturday is Nikki Influenced by the Kings. It's an Elvis tribute. And, Jump Cut is also going to be on Friday. Come Together, the Beatles tribute, the Lovely Falls, and the 402. I think I know who the 402 are. They're pretty fucking sick. Oh, good Lord. This is like quite a bit of stuff coming up. Weekend 2, 510, and the Timbuktu, Logan Cabrino, and Topspin. There's also going to be Denise Howe, Honeytown, Double Trouble, Brandy and the Soul Jumpers, and the band Trixie, Virgin Mary pistol grip. So there's quite a few ones at the Junk Stock Music lineup. And let's see, there's Tim Little at the Crush Ultra Lounge. And my homegirl, Sarah Maple, told me about this one. The Dirty Mule presents the Halfway to Halloween, the Coventry Sacrifice, Split Sanity, and Death by Zombie. That is going to be an incredible show. The Coventry Sacrifice is brutal as hell. And she has told me very good things about Death by Zombie. So it's definitely looking like a busy week with all the local shows and all the randomness. Also, 920 and 921. It's a little ways away. So if you haven't checked out Fecht Fest or any of the pages related to James Fecht and Fecht Fest, you fucking should, because he has a banger of a festival coming up. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, shit. 15, 16, 17, 18, like, there's like 19 bands over 2 days at the other side. Definitely a hell of a festival. I have covered the last 2. This will make year number 3. As long as I'm still alive, I will still cover it. So I definitely basically, and like my summer is starting to really book up. Hopefully I can hit more festivals coming up once the weather warms up, but I've got 2 weekends that I have to, there is no plans, because one of it is I'm helping one of the bonus kids move up to Nebraska to live with her mother, which is awesome. A little hyperhuman. We'll probably be making some more videos with me. We've done the toy unboxing, and she yelled at me because we got a Lilo and Stitch toy, and I got one of the Stitches where he's got the bra on the head and the cape, and I kept calling him Tithead, and she kept saying that I can't say that because it's inappropriate. And I said, this is my channel. I can say Tithead if I want to say Tithead, and there's nothing you can say about me saying Tithead to make me stop saying Tithead in order for me to say Tithead. She got a little confused, and she goes, oh yeah, that's right. This is your channel. You're going to say whatever you want. Exactly. Like calling this Stitch Tithead. But yeah, she's moving up, and then we're going, me and my kids are going to go see the Grandbabies. All 2 of them, Baby Z and the Wiggle Worm. Looking forward to seeing the Wiggle Worm. He is cool as hell, and it was so funny last time I saw him. He literally like ripped out of the person that was holding his arms, ran through everybody. They were trying to grab him, and he's like batting at hands and slapping arms, ran right to me and went up. So I got to pick him up, and we got to hang out. It was a really fun time, and I miss that little monkey. But yeah, we were also talking, like, it came to my realization that while the mother, like the grandkid's mother, was up here and was staying at my house with her boyfriend at the time, and they were running out of room because, like, all of us, everybody was up here. But the funny thing about this is around the time that I threw out my back. He was only like a few months old. Or no, he was about 6 months old. So where he could kind of stand and do stuff. And it was funny because, like, they're like, hey, we need to run to the store. Can you watch the kids? So they're handing the guy with a back injury out so I can like hang out with him in a chair and do stuff with him. So he's like jumping on my crippled ass. And we realized how funny that was. Like, I think it was the day after I had back surgery that I'd had back surgery. They needed to go do something. So I'm completely zoned out of my damn mind on the meds. I'm watching the grandkid, and he's just having a good old time. And I just had back surgery. But at the same point in time, the kid's mom had to go make him a bottle, and I was like slowly making my way through the house. She had to call her mom that was in the living room watching the grandbaby and go, "Hey, I'm running late. I got stuck in traffic, so I had to pull my crippled ass over with my walker, signal her to go around. When she walked by, I flipped her off, and we were laughing hysterically." So she's a good kid. So I got to go hang out with grandbabies, which I am really looking forward to. My kids are looking forward to going to see them. My youngest daughter likes the grandkid. He is having his first birthday again. He's actually turning 3. She is in denial of it, but she likes him because when he was younger, she asked him if he liked cannibalism, and he went, yeah. So that's her favorite, whatever the hell it is. Niece? No, nephew. Nephew? Something. I don't know. I don't understand how any of the niece, nephew, and all that other shit works. Favorite little person. She likes him because he promotes cannibalism. I have weird children. If you can't guess, my children are odd. I don't know where they get it from. It is definitely not me, who can sit here and literally have an hour-long conversation and be talking about whatever random shit comes off the top of my head to anybody that's listening. But I mean, I also did go to work the other day, and it was funny. They told me to go outside and go sort through stuff and get rid of things that were broken or fucked up. Guess who filled up a trailer with all kinds of broken fucking totes? Guess who threw away a bunch of shit? They kind of walked out and they went, that wasn't what we meant. Hey, you said if it was fucked up or broken, I could throw it away. We got 9,000 fucking totes. I'm throwing these ones away because they're fucked up and broken. So if you don't like it, don't put me on the fork truck. And they're like, all right, well, at least this area you cleaned out looks better. Cool. I'm going to go throw shit away. As you can tell, I'm the guy, if they need some fuckery done, I'm the guy they usually get a hold of. But then we also stood out there for 30 minutes waiting on the fork truck because they were unloading a truck with it. So rather than us like actually doing stuff, we were all standing out there talking. Very productive groups of the workforce, but we're also that slow that there's no work. So that's why I took today off. Kids' doctor's appointments. Got more kids' doctor's appointments, but those ones are scheduled later on in the day. So I don't have to take off work, but I'm going to probably have to leave early because COVID-97 or something. I don't know. We'll make some shit up so I can get out of work early. I am hearing a child walking down the stairs. I think. She is joining. I hear the child. Now do I see the child? It's either the child or the cat. It might be the child. Or she's hanging out there and I'm just losing my fucking mind. You know, I hate to say it. It's probably the second option that I'm losing my fucking mind. Can't lose something you don't already have. Haha, joke's on all of you. Maybe I'm just hearing shit. Guess I'm just losing my fucking mind. Welcome to this old age thing that we've got going on. Speaking of old age, I have people that I work with, and there's an ongoing phrase that I find is completely hilarious and makes absolutely no sense. While you're at work, on the job site, clocked in, doing what you're supposed to do, and somebody goes, hey, get to work. The fuck do you think I'm at? I'm at work. We need to get you tested for early onslaught dementia or some shit like that. You're starting to go, you're losing your fucking mind because you don't know where you're at and you're telling me to get to work? The fuck is wrong with you? You need to be tested. You're out of your goddamn mind. Somebody drug test this man. Get him some Alzheimer's medication, something. I don't know. Figure it out because he doesn't know where he's at. And telling me to get to work, I don't want to be here right now in the first place. I would rather be at home sleeping or working on photos or working on videos or doing all the other stuff out in the river saying, fuck Rose, because that door will hold two people. But that's a whole different story, and I've already covered that story, so we're not going to cover it again because Rose is a bitch for not letting Jack on. She got Jack off the door, so Jack could not get on the door. She jacked him off the door, and he ended up dying. What a bitch. And we used all kinds of innuendos of jack on and jack off. It's a jack of all trades. He can jack on and jack off, but cannot survive because, well, the door won't hold two people. Poor Leonardo DiCaprio. Every interview he's in now has some comment about that door scene. He finally has gotten tired of hearing it. Well, should have stated at the beginning. Yes, we could have had it, but it would have made for a shitty end of a movie and a love story. I had to die. Okay, we can accept it. But yeah, it's simple things like that. We're going to look like I'm still cool. I need the skateboard. Fuck that. Blind all of you with the dome head. There's still some hair up there. I still need to dreadlock this thing so I can look like fucking Pickles from Metalocalypse. And wow, I've been talking for a while. Obviously, I can tell that I've been talking for a while without much of a break because I am chugging liquids like crazy. I'm glad that I peed before I started this podcast, but I'm pretty sure by the end of it, I'm going to have to pee again. Because we're one Mountain Dew and killing them swimmers. And see, I am healthy, so none of you can complain that I drink too much soda pop or soda or pop or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Go-go juice for old guys that don't want to drink coffee after 3. I drank half a bottle of water today, so I'm staying hydrated and healthy. Plus, I don't know how I'd be able to do one of these podcasts if I was drinking. That would actually probably be an interesting thing, but I would have to do that podcast on a Saturday because there's no way if I'm getting that loopy while drinking, there's no way my ass is going to go to work the next day. I'm going to be too hungover because I don't hardly ever drink anymore. That is also why I can tell that I'm having to drink more is because the vocal cords are going a way 1,000 more miles an hour than normal. I don't really want to fix spaghetti. Why do these children have to keep eating? Yeah, and have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. They'll become self-sufficient adults, they said. No, they're not. They still make me make them food. Granted, I won't tell them the spaghetti recipe because, well, I told the kid the spaghetti recipe, but the promise was you can't kill me. Because that was why I never told her the spaghetti recipe. Now it is, I know the spaghetti recipe, but you make it with love, and it tastes better than if I would make it. So I'm not going to kill you yet. Thanks, child. I greatly appreciate that I'm not going to die because you want me to still make you spaghetti. Very appreciated. Because, I mean, what the hell? I got all kinds of people like commenting and posting and stalking me on Book of Faces. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh, but yes, we have covered all the shows. We have yammered and entertained people for 53 minutes so far. I don't think I'm going to make it to the hour mark because probably got to go make this kid some food because if not, she's going to kill me in my sleep. And then my job will still need me to go there tomorrow because, well, they're short-staffed. Who knows? Who knew? It is what it is. But also at the same point in time, thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm going to have to go play dad and go cook some food for these hungry hippos. No, that was wrong. That was body shaming. You can't shame people because they're hippos. That's horrible etiquette. Thanks for tuning in, Juicy. We're going to catch you at the KZUM Benefit Show. I'm most likely going to be there the second night. I'm not sure if I can do the double nights because of kids and everything. So most likely I'm going to be hitting the second night of that show, which sucks because I can't attend both of them, but I still got to be I gotta be dad, and for some reason, I enjoy being dad. Gives me a break from all the other stuff. So, and then I think there's some TV show thing that my kids want me to watch with them, which I am May 24th at therapy. Dude, I know that you're going to therapy, but like having a show at the therapy place, isn't there like some kind of code of conduct that's like breaking? Like there's more than one person in the room with the therapist or something like that. So, I mean, I've seen your post on Facebook, but I've also laughed, emojied, or liked most of them. So I'm probably needing to go to therapy as well because we're in the same boat as like, oh, damn, that's fucked up. Heart. Oh, that was brutal. Laugh out loud. May 24th. That is a Friday. That is unfortunately one of the weekends that I've got to go do family stuff and kid things and all that. So at some point in time, I'm going to catch you doing the vocal thing. We're going to have to like, I still think Gravestone just needs to get that big ass festival thing going where they just like get all of the local bands, 2-day festival out in the middle of nowhere. And I can set up with my little tripod thing and my recorder and photos and just do all the shit that I want. And then I'll have to take like 2 weeks off to get all caught up because there'll be like 97 fucking metal bands. So one of these times I will be able to see you guys again. But yeah, hopefully it's sooner because yeah, I'm needing to get back out to a show. And before I forget, Cliche and Wild Rose is going to be at the Brick House in Hastings, Nebraska this weekend. I almost completely forgot about that one because that's Saturday. So I think that is one that I'm going to go check out. Hey, Spaghetti Monster, you want spaghetti? Wow, she's being all kinds of quiet on here. Usually she's like giggling there, doing goofy shit. Spaghetti Monster, I see you. She's hiding. So thank you everybody for tuning in and checking out the podcast. And she dropped her Squirtle on the floor. Squirtle looks like he died on the floor. So thank you everybody for tuning in. And until next week, keep fucking rocking.